Mike White with head football coach of the Ripley High School Tiger football team, Coach Justin Cruz. Coach, appreciate you being here today.
I appreciate you having me.
Well, Coach, a big win last Friday night as the Tigers were able to defeat Fayetteville Wildcats 36-20, and I know that was a sweet victory. All of them are sweet, but that was an extra sweet one. And tell us about your thoughts on the game.
Oh, I thought we started off early. I kind of challenged the kids all week. For one time this year, let's go out and start a first half the way we come out and play second halves typically. And we come out in the first drive, and the third play, we was going to throw a curl. The receiver made a good adjustment. The kid jumped it. He kind of peels off, and he catches the ball and takes it to the house. We did a good job of starting early there, but, we go back on defense, and, they bust a big play the first or second play of the game. And so then it's just like, come on, guys. But we end up causing a fumble in the same play, get the ball back again. And then we start shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit with penalties. There's a couple of them that I was kind of like iffy about if it was actually a penalty or not. But, I'm a little biased. And they kind of come out and put together a drive. The quarterback ran real well and had an effort play by a receiver. He drug like three of our guys in the end zone. And they end up scoring. And then we come back out and still stalling out on offense. Again, shoot ourselves in the foot. And then right before half, they end up punching another one in. So we go into the half actually down 13-7. Didn't play really well. I was actually pretty upset with it. Kind of let the kids know at halftime my displeasure, and just told them, I said, look, guys, we've kind of found ways to lose all year long. Let's go out and find a way to win. I said, I really can truly say it, and I think we're one of the only teams that can honestly say that at this point that we're one of the only 1-4 teams that could have easily been 4-1. I said a handful of plays changed that, and I said we just got to find ways to win when it matters. The kids come out in the second half, and they responded to that. We adjusted very little. It probably looked like we adjusted a lot, but the only thing we did was change our defense a little bit, walk the safety down, and dared them to throw it. And then offensively, we just come out and executed. Big part of that was Ray Washington and a freshman we actually put in the other night, Corterion Moore. He actually ended up with 15 carries, 155 yards, and a touchdown. So anytime you get production of a freshman like that, then I feel like you're going to do pretty well.
Well, it sounds like between the two running backs, and then we had a pretty good night passing, I understand, as well. So we kind of put together, at least in the second half and part of the first half, put together, a good group of plays and mixed it up, and we're able to have some success there.
Yeah, Tyler, talk about the night Tyler Ross had. He had like seven completions on 8 attempts. I wouldn't even blame him for the ball that we missed. It was a vert, and he threw it where he was supposed to be, and for some reason our receiver decided to bow in. Which he knew he messed up. He's a young kid. But, he ended up with 146 yards, 7 for 8 and 2 touchdowns. So it's probably the cleanest passing game night that we've had all year as well. So it was just the efficiency I was happy with. The offensive line blocked great all night after we kind of quit shooting ourselves in the foot with holding penalties and different things. But, it was just an altogether good win for all of us.
Well, Coach, congratulations on it. I've wanted it for you and the team and Ripley as much as anybody, and I'm really glad for you and everybody that we did get that win. And as I told you over the weekend, savor that win as long as you can. And now it's time to upset number 4 ranked Haywood County. And of course we go to Brownsville and we take on Haywood County, and their play and their record and who they played kind of speaks for itself and their ranking. But I know you've been able to see them on film and break it down. So what are your thoughts going into the game against Haywood County?
Well, there's no doubt that Haywood's a good team. They're very well coached. Coach Hookfin does a great job with them. He's kind of been successful pretty much everywhere he's been. I really expect them to come out and play really well. Coming off a loss to MUS, it's a great program. Nothing to hang your head over on a loss like that. I thought our kids have put together a good week of practice this week, and I told them at the first of the week, I said, guys, if you're going over there just to compete with Haywood, then leave now. And they all kind of just looked at me. I was like, that's not what I'm interested in doing. I said, I'm not going over there to compete. And they kind of looked at me kind of crazy. So I'm going to go win. I said, we can talk about competing all day long, but, we're in this to win this thing. And that's why you play the game. And I told them, just treat this game like a playoff game. We don't have to beat them 10 out of 10 times this year. Chances are we might not do that just because we're so young and still trying to progress as a team. We only got to beat them once. I said, let's do that and move forward and give ourselves an even better chance in the playoffs, because when we do get in a playoff atmosphere, it's a one-game winner-take-all. Whether the best team might not win that night, but it's just who played better that night, and that's what we're trying to do this week.
So what do we expect out of Haywood County as far as what they do offensively?
Oh, well, they're actually kind of a mirror image of us. They run a lot of the same stuff we do. The only difference I would say is they try to probably get to the edge a little more than we do, and they run their quarterback a lot more. They do a lot of what I call the kind of the Oregon option, where they do a lot of midline off the jet sweep motion, and it doesn't really look like a jet sweep like ours, but it's the same kind of, I guess you'd say, schematics of it. He's just reading that middle linebacker, seeing where he commits, and that quarterback will take off. And he's a pretty good runner. He's not overly fast, but he does extremely well with the ball in his hands.
Do they have a stud or an outstanding single player on offense that carries the ball?
Yes, their running back has done well against everybody they've played this year. He's a pretty speedy guy. He doesn't go down easy. He's a really good ball player, matter of fact. And in order to put ourselves in position to win, that's one player that we're going to have to kind of take out of the equation.
Okay, well, what do we know about them and expect on the defensive side of the ball?
They play a split 4-4. They don't really change much. They want you to throw the ball and do stuff that you don't want to do, so they're going to dare you to run it on their 8-man box and see if you can. We're going to try to put them in some bad spots formationally and just really try to get after them in places that we feel like they're weak in.
Well, Coach, I think this will be a big game for the Ripley Tigers, as all of them are now, as we're down into the home stretch of the season, and playoff berths are at stake, and we would like to be there, and there's no sweeter way to be there than to go through the team that's ranked or it's in top of the district, and I know that's going to be a huge game for you and the kids and everyone. So we want to wish you the very best of luck in that game.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I know my kids are excited, and I hope everyone else is, and we hope to go ahead and give them something to cheer about.
Well, let's fill the stands Friday night and have a great crowd. A short drive over to Brownsville for the Ripley Tigers versus the Haywood County Tomcats. Now back to the field for live action. Welcome to WTRB's live broadcast of Ripley High School football. Tonight, the Ripley High School Tigers travel to Brownsville to take on the number 4 ranked Haywood County Tomcats. Tomcats, a high-flying, powerful offense, and probably going to give the Tigers an opportunity to see exactly what they do early, and hopefully we'll be able to make some corrections and adjustments. And looking for the Tigers hopefully to come out hot tonight like they have the last couple of games, and it sure would be sweet to be able to knock off the Haywood County Tomcats. Tonight, the captains for Ripley was number 72, Charleston Porkchop Stevens. Number 72, 73 was Charles Brown. Number 13, Burnett. And number 87, Matthew Hawkins. Matthew is a senior that just got back this week. This is his first week back after, I believe, an ACL tear in the playing soccer. So we're glad to have him back. It's always great to see a senior get to come back. So we are just awaiting kickoff. Again, my understanding is that Ripley won the toss and they will be receiving. And the Tomcats are ready as they come in from the north end of the field. It is homecoming tonight, so they are running just a little bit behind on the kickoff, but they're just about ready to get it started now. Ripley and Haywood both take the field, and as we get ready for kickoff. Again, this is homecoming for Haywood County, and there's nothing any sweeter than upsetting a team that picks you to play for homecoming. About 5 years ago was the 100th anniversary of Haywood High football, and the Ripley Tigers came over and were able to knock them off. So maybe we can do that again tonight. Head coach for the Ripley High School Tigers is Coach Justin Cruz. Assistant coaches Blake Stiegel, Jordan Garner, Andre Flowers, and Logan Collins. Manager is Jace Jones, and athletic director is Michael Ferguson. I may have misunderstood, or somebody may have given me some bad information, because Ripley is lining up to kick off, and they'll be kicking from the south to the north. So I would guess that Haywood won and elected to receive. I did hear that the winner of the toss received, or did elect to receive. So the Tigers will be kicking off. Kicking off for the Tigers is Hawkins, number 26. And here's the kick. It's football time in Tiger Town. and it's an onside kick, and the Haywood actually jumps up in the air, catches the ball, and advances it down to about the 41 or 2 yard line, and so they'll have a short field to start their first offensive drive. It was intended to be an onside kick, and it was high, anticipating it going over the first line and bouncing between the first and the second one, but one of the Tomcats went up high and was able to pull it down, and some of our defenders actually ran past him, and fortunately we were able to catch him. So here come the Tigers on defense, first play of the game. Quarterback is in shotgun formation, 2 wides to the left, 1 to the right. He rolls to his right, looking to throw, looking downfield, and he's got a man in the flat, and it's caught at the 25. He's at the 20, and he's going to be brought down about the 16-yard line, so a big first down for Haywood County. So the ball will be at the 17-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for Haywood County. Give a shout out to my partner Tracy Crazy Horse Henson. Couldn't be with us tonight, so I will be attempting to do this by myself tonight. So if you hear a moment of silence, it may be me trying to catch my breath. Haywood County back up to the line of scrimmage. Next time they hand it to the fullback going off the left side. He breaks a couple of tackles, and another tackle he breaks as he goes to the left side and I think picks up enough for a first down or close. Let's see if they move the sticks. So the ball's at the 8. It'll be second down and about 1. Long 1, short 2. No score early, the first offensive drive for Haywood County. Haywood County breaks the huddle. They're going to send 2 wide out to the left, 1 to the right. Single set back to the quarterback's right in shotgun formation. Takes a snap, hands it back off to his running back, and he cuts to the left, back inside, and goes into the end zone for a quick Tomcat touchdown. With 10:50 to go early in the first quarter, Haywood County on top early, 6-0. Haywood to attempt the PAT. Snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:50 to go in this opening quarter, Haywood strikes first, and they're on top 7-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this. For the kickoff, the Tigers have 2 back deep, standing about their 9-yard line. Back deep is Shaw, and I can't see the other number. I believe that is Maben. Here's the kick. It's a long end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken, well, flag comes out, or at least a whistle. So it may be offsides, and it is offsides against Haywood County, so they'll back up 5 yards and kick again. It was a good long kick. It hit at about the 5-yard line and bounced into the end zone, but no one really tried to catch it as they knew that the whistle had come out, or whistle was blown and a flag had come out. So still 10:50 to go in the opening quarter. Haywood Tomcats on top of Ripley, 7-0. And here's the kick. It's a low line drive this time, and it goes through the first player's hands and gets taken at the 20. And it hit at the 30-yard line. That was number 3, Cedric Maben, on the carry. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Tigers right at the 30-yard line. A nice crowd from Ripley over here tonight, and of course homecoming for Haywood. They're packed on this side. A huge tailgate festivities before the game. It just about one of the whole parking lots closest to the field was taken up, and it was a great atmosphere. Haywood, Ripley comes to the line, shotgun formation, 2 wideouts to either side. Quarterback takes the ball. He hands it off to the running back, and he's got some room on this side. He's across the 40, and a flag comes in at the end of the play. It's enough for a first down if the flag doesn't bring it back. It came in right at the end. I'm not sure if there was a block downfield or if they grabbed the face mask. Looks like it's going to be against the Tigers. and it was out in front of the play. It's, again, one of those penalties that really didn't affect the play of the play itself. Most of them were behind. This was in front of it. Had he been able to break a tackle, that might have been some benefit, but it was way out in front, and he was tackled behind, so it's going to make it now. Ball is going to be spotted at the 34-yard line. Snap to Washington. He tries to get outside. He's got some space. They turn him back inside before he can get the edge. He's going to pick up 2 or 3, but it's going to be short of the first down. Now, if the down marker on the other side is correct, this will only be second down. And there's a flag on the play, and it's going to be against Ripley as well, so this time it puts them back at about the 26 or 7-yard line. So it's still first down, but it's going to be first down, about 15 for Ripley. Ripley's had 2 offensive plays and penalties on both of them, so we've got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot here. This time Ripley has 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Quarterback takes a snap. He rolls to his left, looking downfield. He's trying to throw, but he's hit in the backfield and sacked before he can turn the ball downfield. He's going to be brought down at around the 22-yard line, 21-yard line. So now it's going to be second down and about 20. Now, I didn't see the call on that play. That's where an extra set of eyes always comes in handy. Ross is still the quarterback. He's lined up in shotgun formation, wide outs to either side. Quarterback drops straight back, looking to throw, looking downfield. Got a man, and he threw it behind him, and that was intended for Ripley Tiger number 21, Valet Washington. It was thrown kind of behind him. He reached back and tried to grab it, but it was just too far behind him, and he was pretty well covered as well. So it'll make it third down, and we'll call it 18 from the 22-yard line. Ripley trying to get something going here early. They've been behind the sticks just about their whole possession here, needing to pick up some yards. Here's the snap. Quarterback rolls to his left, pushed out of the pocket. Now he actually gets loose, but then they sack him again. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage or maybe picked up a yard, but it's going to be fourth down and punting situation for the Ripley Tigers. So Tyler Ross typically handles the punting duties for Tigers, and he's going to stay in, so he should be handling that. And he stands back around his 20-yard line, or excuse me, his 10-yard line. Here's the snap. Good snap. He gets it off. It's a high kick, end over end. It's going to hit right at the 50, but then it takes a Haywood bounce. Somebody stopped the ball. It finally was stopped by number 4 of the Tigers, Miller. And so Haywood will take over first down, and they will have the ball at the Tiger 44-yard line. Tigers don't need to dig a hole for themselves too early, too quickly in this game. Haywood comes to the line. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback takes a snap and they hand it to his tailback. He starts to the right, cuts back to the left, going right through the middle of that Tiger defense and picks up about 10 yards. Looks like it's going to be close to enough for a first down. Fuqua Bay on the tackle for the Tigers. And they do move the chains. So it's first down and 10. Ball at the 33-yard line for Haywood County. Haywood breaks the huddle. Wide outs to either side. Quarterback has running backs to both sides. He hands it to his running back on the left side. No, he pulls it back out and keeps it himself. And flag comes out as he's tackled right at the 30-yard line. Let's see what the flag is. And it's going to be holding against Haywood, so that will back Haywood up. They get their first penalty of the night. So that will put them back at the 41-yard line. So it'll be first down and 18 with 8:04 to go in the opening quarter. Haywood on top of Ripley, 7-0. Haywood comes back with the same formation. Quarterback rolls to his right, wanting to throw, and he overthrows the first man, hits the second man right in the arms, but falls incomplete at about the 29-yard line. So it'll be second down and 18 for the Tomcats. Haywood breaks the huddle, comes to the line, 2 wide outs to the near side. They hand it to the tailback, starts outside, breaks it back inside, and tackled by a host of Tigers before he can get to the 35, around the 36, 37-yard line. The Tigers defense stiffen up. It's going to be third down and around 14 for Haywood County.
Third down, 14, Tomcats.
Number 12, Tillman McRae is the quarterback for Haywood County as he stands in shotgun formation. It's a swing, or it's actually a screen pass out to the left. Great open field tackle, and a flag comes in. Tackled by number 13 of the Ripley High School Tigers, and that was Burnett. And a flag comes in, and they say it is holding against Haywood County. So Haywood County now taking a page out of the Tiger playbook and being their own worst enemy here. I think the Tigers did decline it, so it'll make it fourth down and 11 for Haywood County, and I don't see a punt team come on. I want to give a shout out to my mom who has recently been in the hospital. She's doing a little better now, and just pray for a speedy recovery for her. Haywood comes to the line of scrimmage, wide outs to either side. Quarterback takes a snap, and he rolls to his right, looking downfield, wanting to throw, and it's incomplete. It would have been short of the first down anyway, but the Ripley Tigers will take over on downs as they stop the Haywood County Tomcats. So now Ripley will have it at their own 35-yard line. Ripley comes back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have one wide out to either side. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it to his tailback, and he's got a little room outside. He's trying to get the corner. Couldn't quite get the corner, but does pick up 3 or 4 yards on the play. On the carry there for the Tigers was Miller, and he picks up about 3 yards on the play. We'll call it second down and 7. Ripley comes to the line of scrimmage. Single running back to the quarterback's left. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it to his tailback. He hits hard on the inside and breaks a couple of tackles. He was hit in the backfield, but is able to turn that into positive yardage. I think he's going to be down close to between the 39 and 40-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot it just shy of the 40-yard line, so it'll be third down and 4 for the Ripley Tigers. Cortorian Moore is a 5'6", 150-pound freshman on the run. He actually had 155 yards, I believe, last week. So great future for this young man. Quarterback takes a snap. They hand it in to him again, trying to go off the right side. And just not much room there, as he might have picked up a yard going to be well short of the first down, so it's going to be 4th down, and he picked up maybe a half a yard. We'll call it 4th down and 4 for Ripley, so Ross will be standing back around his 30-yard line as he gets ready to punt. One deep man for Haywood. He stands at his 25, and here's the punt. Barely got it off, and it's caught at the 26. He breaks the first tackle and is brought down at the 40-yard line where the Tigers wrap him up. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Haywood County as they start this series at their own 40-yard line.
1st and 10 Tigers from their own 40.
4:36 to go in this opening quarter. Haywood on top of Ripley by the score of 7-0. Again, a really good Ripley crowd over here tonight. Haywood County has 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it to his running back, starts to his right, cuts back to his left, and is brought down by a host of Tigers after a pickup of about 2. 2nd down and 8 for Haywood. Ball is going to be spotted at the 43-yard line. So a pickup of about 3. 2nd down and 7 for the Tomcats.
2nd down, 7. Cats.
Haywood with 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback takes a snap. He's throwing to a spot, and it's caught. It's enough for a 1st down. He's not going to pick up anything once he catches the ball. Pretty good coverage there. A good open field tackle, but it's enough to move the chains. The ball will be across the 50 down to the 47-yard line. 1st down and 10, Tomcats. Remember, the Ripley High School Tiger touchdowns this year are sponsored by Bank Tennessee, $25 per touchdown, and the 1st downs by Bank of Ripley, $10 for every 1st down. Haywood breaks the huddle, 2 wide out to the left, no wide to the right. 2 backs beside either side of the quarterback. They hand number 31 going up the middle, and he's got a hole, and he gets into the secondary and down to the 30-yard line. He was really leaning forward running. We did hit him, but I think his momentum may have actually taken him down. And they say he was brought down, or he touched down first at the about the 32-yard line. So 1st down and 10 for Haywood County at the 32-yard line. Haywood with the same formation. Quarterback takes a snap, he hands it off, and he fakes the handoff. He carried it himself off the right-hand side. He's in the secondary. I don't think anyone will catch him, and they won't. He goes in for a quick touchdown. 32-yard scamper by the quarterback for Haywood County. 3:01 to go in this opening quarter. Haywood on top now, 13-0. Number 31 for Haywood, who's carrying the ball most of the time. That's Courtney Reed. Haywood lined up for the PAT. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good. So with 3:01 to go in the opening quarter, Tomcats on top of the Tigers. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this. And kickoff as they get ready to kick off after their score. 3:01 to go in the opening quarter. Tomcats on top of the Tigers, 14-0. 2 back deep for the Tigers. They stand about their 1 at 10, 1 at the 5-yard line. And here's the kick. It's a low line drive as it's going to bounce and be taken at the 12-yard line. Starts to his right, cuts back to his left. He's got a little room down the sideline. And he keeps running hard. Number 3 for the Tigers gets out to about the 28, 29-yard line. That was Cedric Mabin on the carry. Cheerleaders for the Ripley High School Tigers this year are Emma Simpson, Tyler Spencer, Lily Carmack, Bailey Canaster, Cameron Conrad, Naisha Gingery, Lindsay Hendren, Carla Holmes, Rachel Jackson, Taylor Land, Delaney Mann, Shelby Odom, Taylor Walding, Reagan White, Hannah Carroll, Ashlyn Gray, Lexi Greer, Maddie Hendricks. The Tigers snapped the ball, and it's complete. He threw out into the flat on the right-hand side, and he picks up about 5 on the play. Number 15 on the reception for the Tigers was Cody Stanley. He's a 5'11", 180-pound sophomore. Kaylee Canaster and Amber Murphy finish out the Ripley High School 2017 football cheerleaders. The Tigers up to the line. They hand it to Ray Washington going off the left side. He's into the secondary. He's got enough for the first down. He crosses the 40-yard line. I think they're going to say he's down right at the 40, but that's enough for the first down, so the Tigers will move the sticks here. Ray Washington is the tailback in for the Tigers. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback takes a snap, a swing pass, and it was intended for number 8. Led him just a little bit too much. Number 8 is Shaw, 5'10", 170-pound junior. As you can tell, we've got a lot of underclassmen playing. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers at their own 40-yard line. One wide out to each side. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off to Washington. He almost hit in the backfield, but he turns it up and turns it into a positive play. Picks up about 6 yards on the play down to the 46-yard line. It'll make it 3rd and about 4 for the Tigers. And there must be a flag on the play. I see that it's in the backfield. It's probably going to be a procedure or a shift. So that's going to back the Tigers up. And maybe something bigger than that because it's going way back. They take the ball all the way back inside the 25-yard line. The nose of the ball just about touching the 25, so that was a big 15-yard penalty. It'll make it 2nd down and 25 for the Tigers. Two wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Quarterback drops straight back, looking to throw. He's hit from behind. Brought down as that pocket collapsed. The Tiger offensive lineman just couldn't hold him out. So he loses another 2 or 3. The Tigers are going backwards. Ross just didn't have a chance to get rid of the ball. That front 3 or 4, depending on their formation for Haywood County, very quick, very athletic. 3rd down and 28. Ross drops straight back, wanting to throw. Throws long downfield, and it's in and out of the hands across the 50-yard line. If he could have brought it down, he would have been at the 45. It would have been about a 30-yard pickup. And it hit him pretty much in the hands. That was Shaw. So now it's 4th down and 28, ball on the 22-yard line. Ross back to handle the punting duties. He stands just about his 11-yard line. He gets it off, hits and takes a Ripley bounce, and it's taken at the 47-yard line. Almost open field tackle there made by the Tigers, and they've got a wall set up. Haywood does, and he's not going to be pushed out of bounds until he gets inside the 30. But flag comes in at the end of the run, and so there are actually 2 flags on the play. Number 13 for the Tigers almost got him in before he ever got started. That was Burnett, and he tripped him up, just didn't quite bring him down. So it looks like it's going to come back, or the Tigers may punt over, or it may just move them back where they start this offensive series, and that looks like that's what's going to happen here. So that's going to put the ball, they had the ball out around the 40-yard line of the Tigers. Now it moves it back to the 38-yard line of the Tomcats. So a costly penalty. I didn't see the call. I don't know if it was a block in the back or below the waist. At any rate, it was a big penalty for the Tomcats. 45 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Haywood on top, 14-0. And they hand the ball to the running back going off the left side. He's in the secondary. He's got the first down as he crosses the 50 and down to around the 46-yard line. And I've got to tell you, this Tomcat team looks like they deserve their number 4 ranking, as they are really quick and very athletic. Nose of the ball just shy of the 45-yard line. First down and 10 for Haywood. About 35 seconds to go until the end of the first quarter. Should get one more play off. There's the snap. And they hand it off to number 31 again, going off the left side. He almost stopped 2 or 3 times. He's going to eventually be brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure what they'll say his forward progress is, but he's going to lose yards on the play. I did want to say that before the game started, of course, both teams were in the end zone, as they typically are when prior to the game, waiting for the captain's meeting out in the center of the field. But really great participation here by both sides in the national anthem. Everyone on their feet, standing at attention, hats off, right hand over their heart. So it's great to see that that's still alive and well in West Tennessee. I've got to say, I didn't see anyone on either side, players, coaches, fans, have any kind of type of disrespect for the national anthem or the flag. So it's going to be first down and 10. And that was the end of the first quarter. So it'll actually be second down and 14 for Haywood County. The ball at the 49-yard line. The national anthem was sang by a couple of students here prior to the game too, and they did a fantastic job. Wish we could have let you heard that. Of course, we got some girls that do fantastic job, or students at Ripley too. Here's the quarterback, takes a snap, and he fakes the handoff, keeps himself going around the left side. He's going to be pushed out of bounds after he picks up around 5 or 6 on the play at the 39-yard line, 41-yard line. That'll make it third down and 6 for Haywood County.
Third down, 6 Tomcats.
Haywood breaks the huddle, comes to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback takes a snap, and he's throwing it to a spot, and it's in and out of the hands of the receiver. It falls incomplete. It'll be fourth down now for the Tomcats. Fourth down and 6. I do see some personnel changing here, so I'm not sure if they're going to punt. It'd have to be. It's way too long for a field goal, I would think. So the punter for Haywood County stands back at about his 47-yard line. One deep back for the Tigers stands about his 15. Haywood runs a player on late. Here's the snap. Not much of a rush, and the punt goes, and it's taken at the 5-yard line by the Tigers. He tries to go to his left, and he's just covered up by the Haywood County Tomcats. That was number 3, Cedric Maben. He wanted it to go over his head and go in the end zone, but the Tomcats their coverage was really good, and I think rightly so. He was afraid if he didn't catch it, it might not make it to the end zone before they recovered it. So not the result that we want, but probably a smart play. 11:33 to go in the second quarter. Ripley trails 14-0. Ripley with the ball. They hand it to the running back trying to go off the left side. Not anything doing there as he is corralled up and brought down after a loss of about 1. Second down and 11 for the Ripley Tigers. Tigers are going to have one wide out to either side. Shotgun formation. Quarterback rolls to his right, looking downfield, wanting to throw, get rid of it. And he does throw it away, but it's going to be intentionally grounding as he was on the way down when he let the ball go. A little bit late in turning that ball loose. He was trying to make a play there, but instead it's going to be an intentional grounding. So that should be a loss of down. He's got to get rid of it a little bit quicker, obviously under duress as he was being chased by a host of Haywood County Tomcat defenders. So fortunately it's a short penalty because it's only half the distance and we were already pretty close back to our own end zone. So it will make it second down and about 15. And the ball is back at about the 2-yard line. Quarterback stands in his own end zone, takes a snap, looking downfield, get rid of the ball, and he does. And it's caught by Fuqua Bay at the 20-yard line. Oh, he gets enough for a first down. So a big, huge play there. It was third down and 19, and we got exactly 19, maybe 19 and a half on the play. So good throw and catch by the Ripley High School Tiger quarterback and receiver. Good looking play. Tigers will have 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Moore is the tailback. Quarterback takes a snap, rolls. Oh, he's trying to roll out to his left and get rid of the ball. But before he can even make 2 steps, the defensive right side of Haywood County collapses on him, and he loses about 6 or 7 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 17. Ripley has played at times exceptionally well and at times not. Just a little bit more consistency here, and we cross the hump. The quarterback drops straight back, looking to throw. He's got a man in the flat. It's complete to Bay, and he's out to about the 21, 22-yard line. So a nice gain there. Still going to be short of the first down. So it'll be third down and about 8 for Ripley. Ball is at the 23-yard line. So we've come a long way from being at the 1 or 2. I was afraid we'd have to punt out of that end zone. 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Quarterback takes a snap, trying to get rid of it. He's under duress. He's got a man downfield, and it's caught, but I think he's going to be out of bounds. And it was caught, and a good catch there. He fought for the ball and went up high to get it. That was number 15. He was that's Cody Stanley, and he was covered tight. And Ross actually hit him with the ball. He was just a little bit out of bounds, so it counts as incomplete. So it'll be a fourth down situation for the Tigers. Fourth down and 7. Ball at the 29-yard line. Ross is going to stand at about his 14-yard line. Here's the snap, a punt, a good punt. Going to be taken at the 40. There he got a return on. He crosses the 50, the 45, and looked like he was going to go out of bounds, but he bounced back inside but didn't pick up much more. but it has still a very good return, as the ball is going to be inside the 35 at the 34, so that's where Haywood will have it. First down and 10 at the Tiger 34 with 8:56 to go until halftime. Haywood on top of the Tigers, 14-0. Haywood to the line. Two wideouts to the left. They hand it to the running back. He starts to his left, and now he's trying to break it outside, and he breaks the first tackle, and he just runs out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So a pickup of about 9 on that play. So it'll be second down and 1 from the 25-yard line for Haywood County. $8:49 to go until halftime. Haywood County in a double wing formation. They hand it to the wing back to the left. He tries to go to the right. He breaks it back inside for a short gain. He didn't need much. I think he needed 1, and he probably got 2. So they're going to move the chains. So it'll be a first down and 10 for Haywood County. The ball is going to be at the 22-yard line. Bonner on the tackle for the Tigers. Number 52. So there's a timeout on the field. And with their timeout, we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back right after this. Haywood to the line. They snap the ball. They hand it to the wingback going from right to left. He's got blockers in front of him. He's going to be run out of bounds. No, he comes back in bounds. He's fighting for the touchdown. He's going to be stopped short, but a flag comes out at the 5-yard line. He's brought down at the 2, but a flag comes out at the 5. It's going to be face mask against Ripley. Not going to hurt him much there. About a half a step is the penalty, but that does put them down. Nose of the ball just about at the 1-yard line. 8:25 to go until halftime. Haywood on top of Ripley, 14-0, and knocking at the door with a first down and goal from the 2. Two wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it to his tailback, and he dives in off the right side, and they say that he scores. So, 8:12 to go until halftime. Haywood on top, 20-0, as they get ready for the PAT. A lot of purple here tonight. Of course, both teams are purple and white, so purple everywhere. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and let's see, it is good. 8:12 to go until halftime. Tomcats on top, 21-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this. Back with the Haywood County kickoff following their touchdown, and here's the kick, and it bounces along the ground, and is going to be taken at the 30, and he advances it out to about the 36-yard line, maybe 37. The ball was taken by number 24 of the Tigers, and that's McInnes. He's a 6'2", 225-pound junior. So the Tigers will have the ball. Well, they spotted a little bit forward, so it's about the 38-yard line. That's where the Tigers will have it. First down and 10. One wide out to either side. Quarterback takes a snap, and he hands it off to Washington. He starts it inside, and he's going to pick up a yard or 2. He's going to be just shy of the 40-yard line. We'll call it 2nd down and 9 as they do spot it back at the 39. So pickup of 1 for the Tigers. Tigers need to grind this out and eat up a bunch of clock and try to keep the Tomcats offense off the field here until we can get in at halftime and make some adjustments. Quarterback takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He throws into the flat. It's complete. And he looked like he was going to step out of bounds, but he cuts back to the middle of the field. He's got the first down and more as he crosses the 50 out to gets down to the 47-yard line. So a good catch and a good throw by the Ripley Tiger quarterback and receiver. That was Ross to Fuqua Bay. He was in the flat, just an out pattern. So 1st down and 10 for the Tigers at the Tomcat 47-yard line. Shotgun formation. Hand the ball off to Washington. He breaks it to the 2nd level into the linebackers as he crosses the 45 and gets down to around the 44-yard line. Pickup of about 4. Washington on the carry. 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. 6:45 to go until halftime. Tomcats on top of the Tigers. 21-0. Quarterback takes a snap, drops straight back, and he's looking to throw in the flat. It's caught, tackled immediately there, but nice pickup, nice pitch and catch. Caught by number 15 of the Tigers. And that is Cody Stanley. That brings the ball down to the 39-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 for Ripley. Big 3rd down here just to keep the drive alive, eat up clock, and keep the Tomcat offense off the field. Wide outs to either side. And they hand the ball to Washington. He's into the secondary. He's got some room. And he cuts back to the middle of the field. He's got the 1st down and more. Staying on his feet there as he gets down to about the 21-yard line. Nice pickup there of about good 25-yard run there by Washington. So that moves the sticks, and it's 1st down for Ripley. Ball at the Tomcat 21-yard line. 5:45 to go until halftime. Best offensive drive so far of the game for the Tigers. 1 wide out to either side. Quarterback takes a snap and he hands it off to, I believe that was Washington. The flag comes in late, but there was they were all over him before he got to the line of scrimmage. I think he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but let's see what the flag is. Looks like it's going to be against the Tigers. It was no gain on the play, but they're going to be backed up. And it looks like it's going to be holding against the Tigers. So that moves the ball back to the 31-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 20. The Tigers find themselves behind the sticks again. Two wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Washington, the running back. Ross, quarterback, he drops straight back, looking to throw. Looks to his left, now back to his right. Now he's going to pull it down and run it. And he breaks a couple of tackles and is brought down, looked like by the shoulder pads. I don't see a flag that came in at the end of the play, but he picked up about 9 or 8, good 8 yards of the penalty back, so it'll be 2nd down and 12. 4:30 to go until halftime. Tomcats on top of the Tigers, 21-0. Tigers need to knock that goose egg off before halftime, as they will get the ball to start the second half. Dropping straight back, looking to throw. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Still has a man downfield. He throws it smartly, throws it away. The receiver was well covered, didn't have any place to throw the ball, so he threw it out of bounds. And much better than a sack or especially a pick. Third down and 12 for the Tigers. Ball is at the 23-yard line. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 4:10. Two wide outs left. One to the right for the Tigers. Ross takes the snap. He hands it to Washington, and he drops the ball, puts it on the ground. And I can't really, Haywood gets the ball. I can't really blame any one particular on that as far as the running back or the quarterback, because it did look like it was just a mishandled exchange there. I'm not sure if the quarterback stepped a little bit too much forward or the running back cut a little too closer to him, but it looked awkward there, and the ball hits the ground. So the Tigers turn the ball over. First turnover of the game. 4:04 to go until halftime. The ball is at the 25-yard line. Time for the Tiger defense to stand tall. Tomcats come out with two wide right, one wide left. And let's see, there is a stoppage of play. And the Ripley Tigers take a timeout. So with their timeout, we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back right after this. Haywood with the ball. They hand it to their running back. He starts to his left and breaks it outside as he's going to be brought down right across the 30-yard line out to about the 31-yard line. It'll be second down and 4 for Haywood County. There's a Tiger down. He's going to be able to get up on his own. Down for the Tigers for a brief period of time was number 4, Miller. Second down 4, ball on the 31-yard line, 3:26 to go until halftime. Tomcats on top, 21-0. Quarterback takes the snap. He fakes the ball and going to run it himself off the right side. He's in the second level. He's got the first down and more. Really running hard as he gets across the 40 to around the 42 or 3-yard line. It'll move the sticks. 3:08 to go until halftime. The Tigers needing to hold the Tomcats out of that end zone. Haywood to the line. One wide out to either side. Full backfield, and they hand it to number 2 going off the right side. He's into the secondary. A flag comes in late. In the backfield, he's going to be short of the first down, but a nice gain of about 6 or about 8 on the play. Let's see what the penalty is. It's going to be against Haywood, so that's going to come back. Clock is at 2:32 and running. Not sure why it's running. Still counting down, but that's a good thing for Ripley probably. Trying to get to halftime. We're still counting, 2:19. It'll surprise me if they don't reset the clock. They finally stopped it at 2:17. A good 10, 12 seconds ran off the clock. So the ball is at the 37-yard line for Haywood County. It's first down and about 15. As they break the huddle, 2 wide left, none to the right. Quarterback drops straight back, looking to his right, throwing long downfield, and the ball almost caught, goes out of his hands and almost picked off by number 3 for the Ripley Tigers. That's Mabin. The incomplete pass will stop the clock at 1:52. Second down and 15. Ball at the 37-yard line. Again, Haywood County 21, Ripley nothing. Haywood comes to the line, same formation. And he's going to hand it to the fullback this time, and he's into the second level. Tigers need to stop him. He's across midfield, and he's going to be dragged down from behind at the 39-yard line. More than enough for a first down as it moves the chains with 1:46 to go until halftime. So that's another first down for the Haywood County Tomcats. Ripley's defense been doing a pretty good job off and on tonight, but kind of back on the heels right now. Two wideouts to the right. Hello. Test, 1-2. For running back runs to his right, trying to get outside.
On the play, second down, 2 Tomcats.
Second down, 2, Haywood County. Haywood back up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback takes a snap. He fakes it, carries it himself as he goes right through the middle of that Tiger defense. He's going to be down inside the 15 to around the 13-yard line as that'll move the chains again. A minute and 15 seconds to go. Clock is winding. Just a little over a minute. Haywood is at the 15-yard line. And they hand the ball to the running back coming to the near side. He's got a lot of room out in the edge, trying to get outside, and he gets into the corner of the end zone, it looks like, and it is a Tomcat touchdown. With 1:01 to go until halftime, the Tomcats put another touchdown up off of a Ripley turnover to make the score now 27-0. Haywood lined up for their PAT. And the hold and the kick is up, and it is good. 1:01 to go until halftime. The Tomcats will be kicking off, and we'll take a timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this. With the Tomcat kickoff, if the Tigers ever needed to run one back, this would be an ideal time for it. And we've got the potential. We've got some speedy, shifty runners. We just got to get them in some space. They haven't really kicked deep very often tonight. And here's the kickoff. Long end over end kick. It does go deep this time. It's going to be taken at the 11-yard line. He's out to the 20, the 25, and brought down at the 30-yard line. See who caught the ball, I think was his helmet came off at the end of the play. That was number 3, Mabin. So he'll have to come out for a play. So there's an injury timeout on the field. He's still down on the field, so we'll take a 30-second timeout for this injury timeout and be back right after this. First down and 10 at the 30-yard line for the Ripley Tigers. 54 seconds to go until halftime. 2 wideouts left, 2 to the right. Quarterback takes a snap, drops straight back, looking to throw. Has to be brought down from behind. He actually had to pull the ball down to keep it from being hit the first time, and then the second defender got to him at the 22-yard line. So he loses about 8 yards. Clock still running. About 30 seconds left. The Tigers will probably get one more play off. I want to give a shout out to my wife, Kim. She's listened to the game. I appreciate her support and me being away every Friday night. Here's the snap, and there's the swing pass out, and it looked like it was going to be caught. It hit him in the hands a little bit in front of the receiver, but not bad. and the ball was intended for number 21, Valet Washington. That stops the clock with 14 seconds to go. 3rd down and 18 for the Ripley Tigers. Ball still on the 22-yard line. Remember, stay tuned for halftime to listen to the Coach Justin Cruz show as he gives a little preview of the game and what he anticipated. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Here's a snap and hand the ball to Washington, and he's got some room. He cuts inside and outside and back outside again for almost to the 50-yard line with about 7 seconds to go. Looks like he's going to be right at the 50-yard line. So about a 28-yard pickup there for that Ripley Tiger running back, Washington, and a Ripley player down on the field. And I'm not sure who that is. Let's see who that is. And they're helping him up. That is number 66 for the Ripley Tigers. 66 is Lamar Barbie. He's a 5'8", 245-pound senior offensive lineman. He got tweaked a little bit there. He's a little gimpy going off the field, but going off under his own power. A big thank you to the trainer for Haywood County as they come over and check him out as well. But when play resumes, it's going to be 1st down and 10, ball at the 50-yard line. But the big number here is 7 seconds left until halftime. And the Tomcats on top of the Tigers, 28-0. Ross takes a snap, looking downfield, looking long downfield, has a man and overthrows him. Well, I tell you what, he didn't overthrow him much. And I guess I'm a little bit too old school because I think if he'd laid out for the ball, he could have caught it. But at the same time, if he'd laid out for it, he would have obviously been down, and that was the last play of the first half. So this specific incident, it wouldn't have made any difference, but there's been a lot of times that it would. At any rate, the halftime score here from Haywood County, Brownsville, Tennessee, the Tomcats, number 4 in the state, over the Ripley Tigers, 28-0. The Tigers will get the ball to start the second half, so we'll be back with the second half in around 20 minutes or so. Back as we get ready for the second half of the Ripley High School Tigers taking on the number 4 ranked Haywood County Tomcats. Ripley will be receiving to start the second half. They lead the Tigers 28-0, and here's the kick. It's a long end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 15-yard line. It's across the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, close to the 35. No, they're going to say he stopped short of the 35 around the 31 or 2-yard line. That's where the Tigers will put it into play. 1st down and 10. Try to get you some updated scores. Second quarter, Arlington 34, Bartlett 0. Covington and Westview, no score reported. Crockett County 35-0 over Obion County. 5 minutes to go in the third. Back to live action here. Ripley with wide outs to either side. Quarterback takes a snap. He hands it off to his running back going off the right side. Pretty tough going there as he picks up maybe a yard. 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. Peabody 21, Gibson County 0. Lake County 57-6 over Gleason. McKenzie 20, Halls no score. Back to action here as the quarterback throws out into the flat, and it's complete as he hits a knee when he catches the ball. Be short of the 1st down and pick up of about 5 on the play. Ball will be at the 37. Be 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers as they're on the near hash mark. They're going from the north side of the field to the left, or the north end of the field to the right end of the field, or the south. Wide outs to either side for the Tigers. Washington the lone setback with the quarterback. And they hand the ball to him, and he breaks into the second level, but only picks up a couple of yards, maybe just a yard. They spot him at about the 38. So it'll be 4th down and 4 for the Tigers. Ross handling the punting duties again for the Tigers. South Gibson 14, McNary Central 0. Milan 28, Bolivar 14. Henry County 8, Germantown 9, Brighton 45, Kingsbury 0. Munford 7, Southwind 14. One deep receiver back for Haywood County, and a flag comes in, or a whistle stops play before the punt. I think it's going to be against the Tigers. Or maybe it was a timeout. That was a timeout. The Tigers took a timeout from the sideline before the play got started. We'll see if we can get you some more scores. Huntington 21, Collinwood 0. Scotts Hill 7, Hickman County 7. Gallatin 42-3 over Hunter's Lane. Brentwood 14, Independence 7. Southside 7, Lexington 13. Decatur County, Riverside 15, Waverly 20. Brewston and Wayne County, no score reported. Ross back to punt for the Tigers. Here's the snap. It's a low snap, but he gets it off. A good end-over-end kick is going to be taken at the 30-yard line. Is across the 35, the 40, goes back to the middle of the field, across to the 45, and is going to be brought down right at the 50-yard line. That's where the Tomcats will have it. 1st down and 10 at midfield. In my opinion, the Tomcats are a better team than Crockett, and so far in the game we have played them better than we did Crockett County. So we're definitely making improvements. And I had a lot of people mention to me at halftime that we really had some good athletes, and we just maybe haven't quite gelled yet as a team, but we got a lot of good athletes. Tomcats with a snap. Quarterback rolls to his right, looking to throw. He throws into the flat, and it falls incomplete. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Tomcats at midfield. Next week, the Tigers will travel across the Hatchie River to take on the Covington Chargers, the Battle of the Hatchie Bottom or the Battle of the Hatchie River. Here's the snap, and they hand it to the tailback, going to the middle of that offensive line as he gets across the 45 to about the, not quite the 44, we'll call it the 44.5-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Haywood County as they have the ball and the lead. With 9 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, Haywood on top, 28-0. Haywood this time comes out with 2 wide right, 1 to the left. Fake the ball, the quarterback's going to run it himself, go off the right side, cuts back, he loses the ball, and let's see who comes up with it. I think the Tigers got it. Tiger ball. So the Tigers get their first turnover of the game. This is a spark that they definitely needed. Quarterbacks faked the handoff and started up the field, and someone grabbed his arm as he went past him, and he put the ball on the ground, and fortunately there was a Tiger right there to rake it in with a big paw. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Tigers. They will be at the 41-yard line. Wideouts to either side, 2. Ross the quarterback, and Washington stands to his left. Dropping back, and he's throwing into the flat. It's caught, and he takes the first tackler, and another tackler. He fumbles, but I think he fumbles out of bounds. And if they spot the ball where it went out of bounds, it's enough for a first down. He was stopped a couple of yards shy, but he fumbles out of bounds. So that'll move the chains. First down and 10 for the Tigers. The ball will be at the 47-yard line. If you're going to fumble, that's the way to do it. Fumble forward and out of bounds. Of course, Ray doesn't fumble much, so it's hard to fault him for that, and I can't see what caused the fumble from this side of the field. But it is a first down for the Tigers. Quarterback is throwing. It's a screen pass to this side, and he is wrapped up way before he can even turn around. And a flag comes in late, and it's going to be a block in the back against the Tigers. And it was just somebody out there trying to help out the receiver, trying to keep some of the defenders off of him, but it's going to be from the spot of the foul, so that's really going to back the Tigers up a long way here as the ball goes all the way back to the 33-yard line. It's about first down and 30. Wide outs 2 to either side for the Tigers. Quarterback drops straight back, looking to throw. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his right, gets away from the first set of defenders, and he slides down right before he gets to the 40-yard line, about the 39-yard line. So he picks up about 10 yards of that. The ball is at the 39-yard line, where it'll be second down and about 12. 22. Scoreboard says 24. Two wideouts to each side. Washington the tailback. Ross drops back, flushed out of the pocket, tries to throw the ball, now pulls it down, spins forward and picks up another about 5 yards. Still way behind the sticks. It's going to make it third down and about 18. So big third down play here for the Tigers. Fortunately, they did get the fumble and been keeping the ball out of the Tomcats' offensive hands. Really need to get a first down here and just keep it away from the Tomcats. They have a potent offense. This time 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right for the Tigers. Ross rolls to his left, looking downfield, wanting to throw, and he's hit about the time he throws it, almost picked off by number 6. His arm was at least about the time he let the ball go. So it does fall incomplete and brings up fourth down. The ball is at the 43-yard line. We'll also stand back at around his 34. The deep back for Haywood stands at his 20. Ripley punting from the near hash mark. Good snap. Kick is up. Well, I think it was partially blocked as it goes out of bounds somewhere around a 30. Now they keep walking up. Wow. Wow. He walked it all the way up to the 43-yard line. 42-yard line. So Haywood will have it first down and 10. 6:37 to go in the third quarter. Tomcats on top. 28-0. Wideouts to either side, full backfield, shotgun formation. Hand the ball off to the tailback. He goes off left tackle. Now he's into the secondary, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds right at the first down marker. Looks like by the spot, it's going to be right on it. Ball is down to the 47. It looks like he might have had to get to the 46 and a half. think it's going to bring up second down and maybe a half a yard. Actually, looking at the sticks, it looks like a half a foot. At any rate, second down and 1. Haywood to the line. They hand the ball to the tailback going off left side. He's got the first down and more as he is brought down around the 37-yard line. A good stick there by the Ripley defender, number 4, Miller. And Bonner was both in on the tackle. So that is another first down for the Tomcats. And the ball is spotted at the 38-yard line. First down and 10. 6:20 to go in the third. Tomcats will send one out wide on either side. They hand the ball to number 2 as he starts inside, breaks it outside, still trying to get outside, now cuts it back inside. He's a shifty runner. He's got the first down and brought down hard by several Tigers. But I think his forward progress is probably going to give him the first down. If not, it'll be really close. They're saying it's second and less than a yard. 5:33 to go in the third. No score in the second half. Tomcats break the huddle, send one to either side. And then give it to the running back. He's trying to get the edge, and he's got it over here. He's going to be run out of bounds by number 4 for the Tigers around the 7-yard line. Number 4 for the Tigers is Miller. And he really showed his speed there, as it looked like no one was going to catch him before he got to the end zone. But he does stop him at the 8-yard line, so it'll be first down and goal for the Tomcats. Huntington 49, Collingwood 8. Scotts Hill 7, Hickman County 7. Back to action here. They hand the ball to the running back, number 31, as he fights his way off the left side of the line, gets across the 5 down to around the 3-yard line. It'll be second and goal from the 3. Gallatin 42, Hunters Lane 3. Liberty 18, Jackson Northside 0. Decatur County 15, that's Riverside. Waverly 20. Arlington over Bartlett 34-0. Bryan County 0, Crockett County 38. That's in the fourth. Haywood back up to the line. And they hand it to the running back. No, the quarterback's going to keep it himself and go in off the right side untouched. Everybody went for the dive, man, and he pulled it back out and went off to the other side. So with 4:06 to go in the third, Haywood County 34, Ripley 0. We get ready for the PAT. South Gibson 14, McNary Central 0. Milan 35, Bolivar 18. Emory County 8, Germantown 9. That's still a halftime score. Here's the snap, hold, the kick is up, and that is good. So with 4:06 to go here in the third quarter, Haywood County strikes again, 35-0. And we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with the kickoff right after this. Following that Haywood County score. Again, Haywood on top of Ripley, 35-0 with 4:06 to go in the third. And remember, this is a number 4 ranked Haywood County Tomcat team. They have lost 2 games. They lost to teams like MUS and I think Briarcrest. And so they are a really good football team. And they played some tough competition. So Ripley is they're turning the corner. Here's a kick, not real long, but end over it. End kick taken at the 12-yard line. He's out across the 20, the 25, starts to his right, cuts back to his left, gets out to the 30, and then he's going to be brought down around the 31, 32-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will go to work, first down and 10. Fayetteware 8, Millington 0. These are second quarter scores. Southwind 14, Munford 7, Whitehaven 20, Tresvant 6. Lausanne 14, Evangelical Christian 7. Nashville Christian 35, Rossville 0. Tigers to the line. Wideouts to either side. Quarterback takes the snap. He hands it off to the freshman. He's trying to get outside. He turns it up, but doesn't get a lot of ground there. Maybe picks up about 3 or 4 yards. But he shows some really good speed. Nickname for him, they call him Squirt. That's Cortarian Moore. And again, he's a freshman. I know the coaches are really high on his potential. Had a big game last Friday night. It'll make it second down and 7 for the Tigers. Ball at the 34. Tigers send one wide out to either side. Quarterback takes the snap. He hands it off to Moore again, coming this way. And he puts his head down and gets the first down, or gets really close to it. A good hard run there by a freshman. He's at the 42, and that's about where he had to go. And they called it a first down, so we moved the sticks. Washington and Moore really complement each other. And I'm sure Washington needs a break. He's been the workhorse for most of this game on the ground. Same formation for the Tigers. Dropping straight back, looking to his left, now to his right, and it's caught, and he's pushed out of bounds just as he catches it. But a pickup of about 5 on the play. Ball will be 7-yard line. So 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. Tigers look to the sideline to get the play call. Then look to their wristbands. Never leave the line of scrimmage. No huddle offense for the Ripley Tigers. And they hand it off to Squirt again as he crosses the 50. He's going to be brought down at about the 49, maybe 48-yard lines, close to a first down. They're going to say it is at the 49. Ripley Tigers. Need a first down here. Bank of Ripley first down. Wide outs to each side. Here's a snap. They hand it to Squirt again. He squirts through the left side for the first down. He's going to be brought down at about the 45-yard line, moving the chains. As long as we can stay out of penalty situations and stay ahead of the chains, we're doing pretty good. Just got to avoid those mistakes that put us back behind the chains. That was the end of the third. So at the end of the 3, Haywood County 35, Ripley 0. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and be back with a 4th and final quarter right after this. 4th and final quarter. Ripley with the ball. First down and 10. Ball is spotted at the 41, 46-yard line. Wide outs to either side for the Tigers. They snap the ball, hand it off to Squirt again, and he's trying to squirt through on the left side, on the right side, but they hit him in the backfield. Someone broke through that offensive line and was able to catch him in the backfield for probably about a yard loss maybe. Well, they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so 2nd down and 10. I want to thank the sponsors for Ripley High School football sponsoring on the radio. That is the Bank of Ripley, Thornton's Furniture, Farm Bureau Insurance, Bayard Chevrolet, Kreiner Furniture, Quality Service, Lauderdale Lumber and Hardware, Cannell's Body Shop, Mills Food Plaza. Back to live action. Here's the snap. And the quarterback drops back, wants to throwing long downfield, and he overthrows, and it's going to be almost picked off by Haywood County at about the 5-yard line, but it goes in and out of the hands of the defender, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for Ripley. Also, sponsors are Norman Hendren Construction, Domino's Pizza, sponsors the Coaches Show, Great American Sports of Jackson. And remember, the Bank of Ripley sponsors the first downs, $10 going to the football program for every first down, and Bank Tennessee, $20, $25 for each touchdown. So thanks to all the sponsors. We appreciate you. Without you and the listeners, there would be no need for us to be here. 10:35 to go in the ball game. Ripley up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback drops straight back, looking to throw over the middle of the field. He's flushed out of the pocket and rolls to his left. He's trying to direct traffic. He gets rid of the ball, and it falls incomplete. But a good job just getting rid of the ball and not taking a sack. Ross was trying to direct traffic, but pretty good coverage downfield by the Tomcats. That stops the clock at 10:0. Well, it should stop the clock, but it hasn't stopped. 10:03, 2, still counting down. We're not under the mercy rule. Well, it is 35, I think, so maybe we are under the mercy rule now. I used to think it was 37 points, but I think it is 35. I think our resident expert, Mr. Wheatley, told me that in the last week or so. Ripley up to the line, and somebody jumps off, and I believe it's going to be against the Tigers. Yes, it's going to be a procedure call against the Tigers, so that'll back them up. Instead of 4th down and 10, it'll be 4th down and 15. Ball back across the 50-yard line at the 49-yard line, where the Tigers will punt. Crowd starting to thin out here. They've got the purple and white Tomcat mascot on the side. He looks an awful lot like a tiger to me. Here's the snap. Quarterback looks to his left. Now he pulls the ball down, tries to go forward as the pocket collapses. And we went forward on 4th down and didn't pay off this time, as we will turn the ball over on downs. Haywood County will have the ball at the Tiger 48-yard line. 8:43 in counting. You got to remember, we were in the mercy rule a lot more. Last year we were in the mercy rule most of the season, and this year we've only been in one time, and that was against Crockett, which I think they were ranked number 6, 5th or 6th in the state. And so we're actually playing Haywood, a better game than we did Crockett. Neither one of them are just real pretty, but it's still an improvement, and that's what we're looking for. Got to get better every week. Haywood to the line, empty backfield, and they fumble the ball in the backfield, and the Ripley Tigers, well, the quarterback picks the ball up and he sprints down the far side, gets the 1st down. He's finally brought down by number 4 for the Tigers, which is Miller. He ran him down from behind, did a good job of just catching him and bringing him down, because it looked like that broken play was going to turn into a touchdown. But it still does turn into a 1st down for the Tomcats. $7:33 to go in the ball game. Haywood breaks the huddle. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback hands it off to his running back. He starts inside, breaks it back outside. A couple of spin moves there as he gets about 11 yards, enough for a 1st down, and move the sticks again. I don't see any flags. So about an 11-yard pickup. The ball is down at the 25-yard line. $6:55 to go in the ball game. Haywood County with the ball and the lead. The ball is at the 25, 1st down and 10 for the Tomcats. Haywood will have 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. I can't say that Haywood has sent in any subs yet. If so, not many. They do hand the ball off going off the right side. And he tries to get outside, and he breaks into the secondary, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. number 40 for the Tigers gave chase and almost had him at about the 5-yard line. That is Brayley Williams. He's a sophomore. But that puts another 7 points on the board for the Tomcats. The score now 41-0. With 6 minutes to go in the ball game. The Tomcats pouring it on here. Again, can't say that they have sent in any subs yet. Not that I have noticed. Here's a snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 6:08 to go in the ball game, Tomcats on top of the Tigers, 42-0, and we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back right after this. With the last 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the ball game, after Haywood County scored, they'll be kicking off. Again, Haywood County 42, Ripley 0. And again, remember, Haywood County ranked number 4 in the state. Their only 2 losses have been out-of-district games, and they were to private school teams, Briarcrest and MUS. And here's the kick. It's going to be a long end-over-end kick. It's going to take the Tigers all the way back to the 7-yard line. He's out across the 15 to 20 to 25 and brought down as he's tripped up. He was hit about the 30-yard line, went airborne. It looked like he was closer to the 35 by the time he hit the ground. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 31. Maybe his knee hit. Looked to me like he was hit about the ankles at the 30-yard line and came down about the 34. But at this point in the game, with the situation, we're not going to squabble over 2 or 3 yards. Looks like the player that hit him, this is the second Tomcat player I've seen that's come out of the game with an injured shoulder. Ripley's still fighting, though, not giving up. Can't say that they've laid down. They're still working hard. Here's the snap, and they hand the ball off to the freshman again. They catch him in the backfield. That overpowering defensive line for Haywood County, just not giving any room. They're just awful stingy with that Ripley offense. So he loses about a yard. Be second down and 11 for the Tigers as we are inside the 5-minute mark. Wide outs to either side for the Tigers. And they hand the ball off to the tailback going this way. That's squirt again. He does squirt through and gets out to around the 35-yard line. Pick up about 5 on the carry. It'll still be 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this ball game. Tigers to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback hands it to Squirt. He's almost hitting the backfield before he gets started. He does break it outside, and he's still going to lose a couple of yards on the play, but it looked like the beginning of the play he might lose 5 or 6. He ran from this sideline almost to the far sideline and gains back a couple of the yards he would have lost, but still going to bring up 4th down and 7 for the Tigers. Approaching the 3-minute mark. The punt team comes on for the Tigers. Again, Ross, the quarterback, is the punter, so he stays on. Remember, next Friday night, the Tigers will be in Covington taking on the Covington Chargers. So let's have a great crowd and support these Ripley Tigers as they travel to Covington. Here's the snap. The kick is up. It's a low line drive kick, and it takes a Ripley bounce, and it's picked up by the there's going to be a flag comes in as he gets out to around the 37-yard line, and an injured Tiger on the far side, and I think he was blocked below the waist, and I think that's the reason that the flag came in. The injured player, boy, and I hate to see that. That was Matthew Hawkins, his first game back after a knee surgery, and it looked like it was Looked like it was his leg. But they do pick him up, and he's able to get going on the sideline by himself. Coach Cruz over there takes a look at him, and he's kind of walking it off on the far side. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the ball game. Haywood with the ball, and they lead 42-0 over your Ripley Tigers. No hurry here for the Tomcat offense. 1:55. Tomcats are going to have 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. They do have a new quarterback in this time. Quarterback takes a snap, he hands it to his running back, and he picks up a couple off the left-hand side of the center, and he's going to be brought down just across the 25. Let's see where they spotted at the 20, about the 26-yard line. Pick up of 2, 2nd down and 8. 1 minute and 25 seconds to go in this ball game. So again, remember, the Tigers on the road a couple of more weeks, and then they'll come home for the finale against Riverside. One minute to go in the ball game as Haywood comes to the line of scrimmage. 3 wideouts to the right. They hand the ball to the running back going off the left side, and he's going to be stopped right short of the 30-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and around 5 for Haywood County. We're down to 44 seconds to go. Probably one more play in this game. So let's continue to support our Ripley High School Tiger football team. They've kind of run into a buzzsaw tonight, but they are playing much better football every week. Of course, the competition level is different from week to week, but we're improving every game and getting better. Of course, we've got several out on injuries too, that some we hope we get back in the next week or so. But let's don't lose faith. Let's keep faith in our Ripley High School Tigers. And here's the snap, and the quarterback downs it. And so with 8 seconds to go, that's going to be the last play of the ball game. So the final score here from LZ Hurley Field here in Haywood County, 42 for Haywood County and 0 for the Tigers. There was no unsportsmanlike conduct in this game. Penalties from either side. That's always a very big positive, and I'm glad to see that kind of sportsmanship with both teams. So that's going to do it from here. Remember, next Friday night, kickoff 7 o'clock from the Covington Charger football field, and try to make it over, and let's support these Ripley High School Tigers. Be in the stands. If you can't make it there, be sure to tune in, and we'll have the ball game for you live then. And that's going to do it from here. Again, the final score, Haywood County 42, Ripley 0.